Ancient Egyptian god Trinity. This is a very well-known representation of the Egyptian trinity of gods. Horus is shown in the middle, crouching on a pedestal, with her mother, the goddess Isis, to her right. On the left is the god Osiris, representing the father. The story of the creation of the Judgment Day seen by goddess Ma'at and her council is depicted in the Trinity sculpture of Osiris, Horus, and Isis. A disagreement between Osiris and Isis over the birth of Horus was the catalyst for the gathering of the 12 important gods of ancient Egypt. Osiris declined to be named as the father of Horus, who was the first child to be born from the conception of the worm, and now faced obstacles. The fact that Horus was conceived and born of the worm was the reason Osiris objected to being called Horus' father. The failure of goddess Tefnut, who is their mother, to intercede in this miscommunication between Osiris and Isis will prompt other gods to step in. As the goddess of truth and justice, goddess Ma'at responded to goddess Tefnut's request for help by calling a council meeting of all the gods to settle the conflict. Goddesses Hathor, Ma'at, and God Thoth, both of whom are offspring of Hathor and the 9 Anet gods, were present at the council meeting. The subject of conversation at the council meeting was, should Horus be identified as a god even though he was born of the womb? In most cases, the gods at the council agreed with Osiris because they saw Horus as a fresh kind of creation. The fact that Horus had a heart that rendered him mortal and unable to endure the spiritual world was one of the most significant points on which everyone could agree. Therefore, in order to become immortal, he must first pass through death and have his heart measured against the goddess Ma'at's feather. The heart was thought to be an incorruptible organ that is resistant to influence, in contrast to the brain, which is open to deception. The heart was given a mission by the gods of ancient Egypt to keep track of all the body's everyday actions and to convey the truth. The final decision was the establishment of the Judgment Day, when the deceased's heart travels to be judged before the soul is permitted to enter the spiritual world, assuming the heart passes the council's testing. The doorway to the spiritual world was entrusted to Osiris by the council, and only he is permitted to open it when a judgment has been rendered. Horus has been acknowledged as the son of Osiris, but he hasn't been acknowledged as a god, and he and his offspring won't become gods until after judgment. Of course, Horus will succeed in the trial and won the title of God Horus. He was later referred to as the protector of Ra. God Horus was frequently pictured escorting his descendant to the courtroom for questioning in papyrus drawings.